Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. We are joined today by Scott. With he's going to be is a project showcase on Portis by Shapeshift. Welcome, Scott. Welcome to LFM. How you doing?
Doing well. It's been a hectic morning thus far. I love Mondays coming off of a weekend. You know, it's in our industry right now. It's just been so crazy that, I mean, we're all working all the time. We're all experimenting and playing even during the weekend. But I get so excited for my Mondays these days.
Awesome. I mean, every day is it just gets wilder. We don't think it can't possibly top yesterday, and boom, it tops yesterday like right at 8 a.m. So
Were you watching the burning Banksy stuff going on yesterday?
I saw the video or the recording, whatever they had put out a few days ago. I didn't see was it an auction? What did they do?
Yeah, they were doing a live auction yesterday through OpenSea. I think it ended up at like 300 and maybe like $30,000 USD. I don't know the exact final number, but it's somewhere around there. And I think so. They originally bought it for $95,000 from a gallery, and then obviously they made this video of the burning of it, and then did the auction. And so I was actually in a Clubhouse room yesterday as it was taking place with the guy who calls himself Burnt Banksy in the NFT room. And it was just a really great discussion about, showing the transference of capital and creativity, and what does ownership mean, and just trying to bring a greater awareness to NFTs into the ecosystem. And I think they did a great job of capturing the traditional eye of the regular world.
There's so many crazy, you could call them crazy, call them cool, whatever it is. It's different. Whatever's going on recently is different. What was the reaction in the Clubhouse room? Before we get into Portis Wallet, let's talk about this.
Yeah, so that's a great question. It was really, honestly, it was mixed. Like, you had a ton of people who really believed that this is a paradigm shift in the creative world and what art means, and it's the renaissance of today's time. And then you had people that were very fearful of having their art stolen from, and didn't really understand the value of the blockchain technology underneath it, and what NFTs really are, and what it means to have transference of ownership. Where people were really worried that, like, hey, if I take a photograph and I sell that somewhere, I don't want you benefiting off of my work in a secondary market. I want to benefit. I've been working so hard the past 20 years of my life, and I can't even buy a home because I've been putting everything into my art. And we were just trying to educate and lift those fears away and say, hey, this is the perfect technology for you to come into. Then it'll sort of help it'll help free you from those fears. And then you had everyone else that was just so excited, and you burn Banksy's, you're going to burn someone else next. No, it wasn't about burning other artists. It was about just showing this transference and gaining attention to wake people up to what NFTs are possible. So it was pretty cool to be a part of and just listen and sit in on this.
Yeah, I guess it's a totally different vibe when people are like talking voice chat and expressing those frustrations. Because on Twitter, you kind of get when people are upset with the exclamation marks and the caps, but in Clubhouse they can really express what that frustration is. I'm sure it was a really interesting conversation.
Yeah, really.
Cool. So there's obviously a ton going on, right? We all know that. We're here, we're living it, and I wanted to have this conversation with you because you're in the wallet space, so no one can kind of see it happening live. The user increment, like going up, and what users are asking for, and all the new dApps, apps, whatever you want to call it these days, that want to integrate with you. How's that been, and how's that been?
So, Portis has a long history in this ecosystem. It first actually stemmed because we were in a hackathon by Facebook, and we built a product called a tender. And back in the day, the only Web3 provider was MetaMask. And this is like end of 2017, 2018-ish. And when a tender came out, we won the hackathon, and people really wanted to use this. And so the purpose of a tender was, hey, I create a conference, and as the conference creator, I don't know who's actually going to attend, but I have to spend money on what people say. They all say they're all going to come, but only half do. So a tender allowed you to stake, hey, I say I'm coming, I'm going to put X amount of ETH here, if I come, I get that ETH back. And if I don't, the organizer gets to keep that money. So people love that product idea. But what we realized was that because MetaMask was the only Web3 provider at the time, that there was so many barriers to entry for the average user, for your mother, your father, your cousin, whomever that doesn't know anything about private keys or Bitcoin or crypto or blockchain tech in general. And so we wanted to create something where, hey, if I send you a cool link to go play a game, or go use some cool DeFi thing, or maybe like go to a marketplace to go check out some cool artwork, now you could just click it, and now you just put in an email and password. It encrypts your private keys with end-to-end encryption, and now I can use one of these cool marketplaces. And so what that looks like for a new user is, hey, I come to Known Origin for the first time. I know nothing about crypto or blockchain, but I just love art. And my friend said, hey, come check out this cool stuff. So now I'm looking around as a first-time user. And, if I click on one, this one's cool. Let's click on this one. Oh, never mind. It was sold out, it said. So let's go back because that's already sold out.
For all our new users in the audience and watching across the meta, this is great info to see exactly how Portis functions, right, and what one of the benefits or features is compared to other wallets.
Yeah, and let's make sure we find that what's live. This looks live. Okay, so if I came to this point me in the right direction for the first time, and I wanted to buy it, I could hit buy now. I would hit Portis. And now this little login comes up, right? So if I'm a first time user, I'd hit create new wallet. But since I'm already a user of Portis Wallet, I could type my own password. Yeah, always under pressure. You never do it right.
Don't worry. Everyone here is real nice. We're not judging you.
All right, so I just logged in, right? And now my private keys are encrypted. I'm using blockchain technology. Now let's hit buy. Let's buy now. Now my wallet pops up and it says it's $1,200. My gas fees are $127. And I don't have this much ETH in my wallet. Not a problem. I could go ahead and hit checkout. So when I hit checkout, our third-party provider pops up, Banksa, which allows us to do a fiat to crypto purchase instantly on the spot. So you can see it's setting up the buy order. I'm going to pay $14.27 for this amount of ETH, and now I could go ahead and create the order. Now, I'm actually not going to do this because I don't want to actually buy this piece of art right now. But just to show you how easy that was to log in, right?
That was pretty sweet.
Now, let's show you what that looks like. And let me go here for a second, open up my wallet. Now, you're not locked in using Portis on any device or any browser. You have it, it works on any browser, any device, just by going to wallet.portis.io or by going to any of the companies that we work with. So here's our collectibles. You can see, all my popes. You can see, where are my popes? Pull-ups. Here's some different events I've been to from all around the world.
Nice. So collectibles are easily viewable, not like, we all love MetaMask. We all started with MetaMask, but it doesn't let, everyone in our Discord is pretty much an NFT head. And part of the NFT is you want to see it, you don't just want to see the number, right?
Exactly. And what's cool is if you went to like option, I can sell it directly to OpenSea right here from the wallet, which is pretty cool.
Nice little quality of life integrations there, right? Save you a step.
Yeah. And so as this market keeps picking up, we would love feedback from the users of the ecosystem who are the NFT heads. Like, what are you looking for in a wallet for your collectibles? Like, what integrations do you want to make it easier for viewing your collections, sending your collections, playing with others in your collection? Like, those are things I would love to know so that we could build a better product for you guys. So Now,
I dropped your Twitter link here in the Discord stream text, that just so that, you know, if anyone does have that future feedback, once they start using it, they can reach out to you directly and let you know what's up.
now here's a cool thing we have. One, we're 100% self-custody, so it's all non-custodial. You have complete access to your private keys. You could import wallets, you could export wallets. Your seed phrase will be in here. I'm not going to click that because then you would see my seed phrase. But for any app that you use through Portis, you can hit like trust this app. And what this trust this app does is it automatically confirms transactions for you for non-financial confirmations.
So like signing a message or
exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. So
what does that look like? Does it still give you the pop-up, or just like automatically
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So let me go back here. And I'm going to log out again, just to show you from like another app's perspective, what that looks like. I know you said everyone is more NFT head, so we're not going to get into the DeFi stuff. But you can see most DeFi companies in the space, from Uniswap to Aave, and in between use us. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to...
There's a lot of DeFi stuff that I'm sure people, I mean, you know, we like DeFi also. We've had a few people on that spoke a little bit more about DeFi. So any cool features on that? Like, for example, interest-bearing tokens, is that, you know, could we see number go up in the wallet as it gains interest?
Not yet, no. But so we don't do any staking or interest-bearing within our wallet. But if you have some type of token that is earning interest somewhere else, the value would continue to go up in the wallet, which you would see.
Okay. Sweet.
So here's something for people who want to show off their galleries. Like, if you really want to show off the art that you have in your wallet, there's this really cool application called Collectors Hub. And so I'm going to log in. So...
And you know, some people might say that this is a little bit less secure, but what kind of security is it, like that you've implemented here with just name and like email and password, right? But you know how bad people are at those. What kind of security measures beyond that do you have?
Well, because it's end-to-end encryption, sort of like LastPass or OnePass, our security is very good. We did our penetration test with Cure53, which is the same group that did MetaMask's security tests. So we're 100% non-custodial, and I'm happy to send how we do our private key management system. We have a white paper on that. So anyone that's interested and wants to do a deeper dive, happy to show them.
Excellent.
This cool thing here is, so we could browse galleries from people's wallets. So these are people's galleries. Here's my friend Renee. This is the gallery that he's collected. These are all his personal NFTs that are in his wallet. Now it's going to take a moment to load because there's, I think, like 100+ different NFTs that he has in there. But it's just a cool way. You go in and you log in with your Portis Wallet, and it aggregates from all the different marketplaces that you've acquired from.
Is this wild hair, Renee?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
The one and only.
Gotcha. Collectors Hub. I saw that our friend Easy in crypto has, I don't know if he's associated with this at all, but I saw one of his NFTs there on the side earlier. Cool. And are you building out a lot of these dApps like in-house still, or are you like kind of you know, you always want somebody to integrate your wallet and stuff? Is there any interest in that? People are trying to, you know, get on your homepage and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's a great question. So anyone that's building a marketplace or a dApp, if they want to be in our app store, and we work with over 300 companies, not everyone's listed, but you know, go to our docs page and use our SDK. We support multiple networks from Matic to Thunderscore to XDAI. So you could build things on layer 2s and have it transferred over to layer 1 and settlement without the user ever knowing. We have this thing called Change Network here in our methods. So you'd be able to do our Change Network function to be able to switch over from layer 2 to layer 1 if you're building something. And if you are building something, let me know. Always happy to help you out and direct you to conversations with our developers and our team, and then get you listed in our app store. But here's going back to Renee's work. So you can see like some of these old school NFTs that he has. So it's fun to be able to see different people's collections. This is obviously Marguerite, coin artist.
Some rare designer pieces.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, these are definitely some classics.
So it's nice to be able to drop in and see just through your wall, which is pretty cool.
Okay. And let's see, you know, one of the huge topics these days with everyone trying to use the network is gas, right? Are you kind of like, are you doing any special tricks to kind of, you know, alleviate that for the user? Not, you know, not for free, but are you kind of using different ways to estimate what that initial gas cost display is?
Right now, I think we do standard stuff for the ecosystem when it comes to gas estimation. But when it comes to different layer twos and other solutions, we are looking into other solutions such as like Starkware, and how we could use, I don't know, potentially powering Matic companies, and how we could potentially look at like optimistic rollups. But you know, layer twos are going to be around for a long time. I think we need more bridging between the layer twos before it becomes more meaningful for the Ethereum community. Like most of the companies that you're looking at, from OpenSea to CryptoVoxels to Decentraland to Animoca brands, all of this is within the Ethereum community and EVM compatible chains. I think right now we just need better bridges before, you know, we could pick which layer twos and different gas implementations we could work with. However, what we did do is we do support the gas station network, which means that if a company wanted to sponsor gas fees for onboarding, those gas fees could be covered. And that was built a couple of years ago by a company called Tabuki, which is now called Gas Station Network, or Gas Station.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Looking forward to that getting better, right? Because gas right now is just ouch. I mean, I saw it at 60 the other day, and I was like, "Wow, gas is pretty low." And I was like, "No, don't get used to that. Don't get used to like 60 being good." Oh man,
I know. It's exciting though to see where this community has come. Do you have any tools for taxes? Yeah, so that's a great question. There's a couple different companies that I would recommend for taxes. One of the companies is called Gilded, and let's see, they should be on here somewhere. And another company, let's see. So here's Gilded. I think they're up here somewhere.
I just saw it a little bit lower. On your right, they're right there.
Seamless invoicing, payments, accounting for global business powered by the blockchain. So Gilded is a great company. They have their whole system that does taxing. So you can sign in, and you'll be able to sign in with your wallet through Portis when it comes to that point in time to be able to pull your information out of there. There is another one, I think it's called like Maltese. And I'm not sure that they're listed on here, but let's... to see if I can find it really quickly.
For all the new users here, you know, these are important topics that you should get familiar with.
I will find it and I will post it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Zerion, man. Zerion is like what I wake up to in the morning. It's so good.
They've done a fantastic job of building like a really good common protocol for people to be able to pull the information from all their different wallets.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
So let me ask you, what have you seen recently that's been exciting to you?
In the space?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't want to say Top Shot just because that's like the biggest, you know, thing, but actually we had a really good interview with this company called DNex, and they were kind of trying to
I know DMEX. I've we
Yeah.
chatted with them. I don't know, maybe like a month or so ago. They were actually looking to use the Portis SDK, and we need to change something on our end to be more compatible with them. But I think we'll be working with them soon, so that's exciting.
Yeah, they have that's really interesting what they're building out over there. If anyone in the audience hasn't seen that interview, you can head over to our YouTube and catch that. It's already on there. Thank you, DC, for posting it. But yeah, more things like that where DeFi meets NFTs and vice versa and all this good stuff. I think it'll bring more the investors and the finance people. They're like, oh man, I don't really care about the NFTs, but all this crazy shit that I could do with it, I do care about.
And what about NFTX? Have you heard of NFTX?
Yes, I'm not too familiar, but I did own a few tokens.
And what about Super Farm? I've been hearing a lot about Super Farm recently.
I've not checked them out. No, Super Farm is brand new to me. So what's the rundown on them?
Again, I don't know too much about them. I've just been hearing a lot about them, of partnerships from like Animoca, partnerships with Immutable X, partnerships with all these different brands that they're building into it. It seems like it's going to be some type of cross-platform NFT marketplace. So that seems pretty exciting, especially with these gas fees, right?
Okay, yeah. Right away, people in the chat, like, we have our ETH maximalist. Like, no, I don't use it because it's on BSC.
There you go. That's what I said from the beginning. The communities within the Ethereum world. And here's a question, and I would love to know what your community thoughts are on this. Does your community think, if you're doing NFTs on Binance Smart Chain or some other type of layer 2 or even Flow, does that devalue the NFT itself by being on a different chain versus on Ethereum?
Oh man, it's kind of, one thing to take a play out of Whale Shark's book, it's never good to be so maximalist that you miss opportunities, right? But I see what you're saying. Like, if it's different depending on what it is, right? And it's hard in that question. If you pose it to somebody brand new into the space, maybe they might not care necessarily, right?
I think you're 100% right. And I think here's a couple of different ways I look at things. Obviously I'm part of Shapeshift now. They acquired Portis last year, and that's why we're Portis by Shapeshift. And Shapeshift, their ethos has always been, decentralized, give the power to the people. And then you have companies like Coinbase, where it's centralized, right? And so I'm thankful that Coinbase is in the space because they created a great user experience for onboarding for people that don't necessarily understand this ecosystem at large, but gives them that first stepping stone to say, hey, now I'm in this ecosystem, I want to learn more. Let's take that next step to decentralized, or like using Uniswap or something like that, right? And I think looking at chains like Flow or Binance Smart Chain are, a bit more centralized, but creating a good experience for users and providing them that experience that they want the value out of blockchain, and maybe get their toes wet to then understand what Ethereum is and what smart contracts are, and really the power behind the community. Because, I still think the developer community and the community at large is still within the Ethereum ecosystem. And I believe, this is my own personal opinions, that layer 2s will be a temporary thing, which eventually will bridge back to ETH. And it'll all come back home. But yeah,
we can only wish. If I have a question here from Nightmare. I kind of missed the beginning of the interview. Does Portis aggregate NFTs cross-chain like Flow, Wax, ETH? Like, would it show all in that one space, or we have to like switch network and see and all that good stuff?
Yeah, that's a great question. Right now, we don't support Wax. We don't support Flow. But we do support Polygon, which is Matic. We do support XDAI or POA. We do support various other networks. So if you wanted to see what networks we support, you could go to our docs.portis.io, and you could go to configuration. And in here is a list of the networks that we support. And by the way, we do support Bitcoin. It's not listed here, but we do support it. So any networks we do support, all your NFTs would show up here in your collectibles across chain. It would all just be right here for you. If you do have suggestions of, different networks you want us to support, I would be really grateful and appreciate your feedback. So my DMs are open on Twitter, and we would love to hear what your needs and wants are. Again, if you missed the beginning of this, we sort of started the conversation by saying, hey, we're an NFT wallet. We've been around since 2017, 2018. We've been supporting, we were the first to support Matic. We were the first to support XDAI underneath, and we were the first to be a cross-chain wallet in our architecture, because we knew, even as fanboys for Ethereum, we knew we would have to support multiple networks. Our job was to extract the difficulties out of blockchain so that for a first-time user, I'm coming to a marketplace and all I want to do is play with it and have this really cool experience to play some game or see some art. So for me, I just want to go here and hit log in and not know that it's
kind of lost you there, or was it me? Hey, are you back?
Yeah.
Did I drop out? Did you drop out?
I don't know. I've been here the whole time, I feel like.
No, I don't know if maybe I was reconnecting. My bad. I missed maybe 10 seconds of that. Yeah, I dropped out.
No worries. So just by simply logging in, you saw that here's my wallet information and my address, and it was a really simple login process. And they extract the difficulties away, which is really cool. And our job is to extract those difficulties away, all while staying self-custody, all while giving the power to you and your users. So I don't know, if you're building something cool and you want to have a really easy onboarding, we love to be implemented with your company or your DApp or your marketplace. If you have some really great feedback or ideas of how we could better our experience to make your experience better, again, we would love to hear your feedback to be able to help the overall community at large.
Excellent. There's a bunch of users and also builders joining the space at 100 people per second, basically, at this stage. So
it looks like there's another question. How do you guys earn money to keep developing on the wallet? Is it by listing people on the website? So first of all, it's free to use our SDK built in to your product. We don't charge at all. And we don't earn money. This is free for the community. Luckily, we were acquired by Shapeshift last year, and we were actually going to be turning on revenue streams last year. Before Shapeshift acquired us, we were going to start charging developers based on specific usage of the SDK and users. But now we can focus purely on building a great product for the community. And our job is to help new people coming into the ecosystem to have an easy experience, to see their NFTs, to hold their NFTs, to sell their NFTs as best as possible. Let's see here.
Awesome.
In a lot of crypto games, people want to allow others to play with their NFTs, but don't want them to have control. Will you guys make a delegate system to give permissions to use the NFTs without having the NFTs in their wallet directly? That's a great question. So speaking of NFTs and games, right? Here's CryptoDozer. I don't know if anyone's played it. It's sort of like an old school, really simple game. And I don't know if you just saw, but the little flash one happened on here.
Yeah,
it logged automatically.
I played Dozer a bunch. I killed so much time on that thing. Exactly.
So in CryptoDozer, you actually earn NFTs. And forgive the music in here. It's about to be loud because I just hit play. And I'll exit out once I show it. But you earn NFTs from playing CryptoDozer. And let's see, I have no coins, but as you can see, I've been playing for a while. You would drop your token here, and these coins drop down, or you earn NFT DAOs. And let me go to my wallet. I'm gonna exit out of here. Let's leave that game. But in here, you can see my CryptoDozers. Let's go to my collectibles. Here are my CryptoDozer DAOs, and each DAO here has a different power because in game 2 of Dozer Bird, these birds hold different powers. Now, I'm not sure I necessarily understand your question about, will we have a delegate system to give permissions to use the NFTs without having the NFTs in their wallet directly? Can you clarify that, DC, of what?
I think mostly it's like, if I have the sword, can I let my friend use it without having to send him the sword?
Got it. That's a great question.
It's just a few ones and zeros, man. You can do it.
You know what? That is a really good feedback. Whoever asked that question, can you send me that question to my Twitter, so I have it there and I could bring it into the company and have a conversation about it?
Long is always asking amazing questions. He's kind of known for that, and good feedback too. So I think you guys would really get some good conversation going, actually. One thing, I was looking through your Twitter real quick, and because of the conversation with DNX, it's something that you retweeted from Jin about multi-format NFTs. Are you excited about that? And how do you think that your wallet can kind of start using that?
Yeah, so that's super exciting, right? I think Jin is entering a new realm of creativity, and long as we know where the road is going, we could support the NFT needs, and we could build whatever we need to build for this multi-computational metaverse. So I'm excited for that. And Jin is super talented. I've always loved watching him, pushing the boundaries and limits within the confines, which is funny enough. I don't know if anyone here remembers Microsoft Paint, like old school Microsoft Paint, where you have 3 Control Zs, you have no layering, you have like a couple colors. I think maybe like 8 colors to choose from. It's completely limiting, right? So a long time ago, I created art within Microsoft Paint purposely to show that it's not the program that limits us, it's our own imagination. And I think Jin is a fantastic example of being whatever program he's been working within, nothing has limited him. His own imagination has built such immersive experiences. And really cool to see what he's done.
Yeah, it's always innovative stuff coming out from his brain.
Yeah.
I did see another question in the Discord. Let me look 1 second. I can't find it. But anyway, multi-format NFTs feel like something that needs to happen, and that a lot of people now, he's mentioning it. I'm hearing other people mention it. So it's going to become a thing, and I'm happy for it.
What are you most looking for out of? Will you have multi-sig wallets in the future? Can't find it on your website. Good question. Right now we don't, but I believe we're working on that. I believe in the future we should have some type of multi-sig. One of the things we'll be working on too is what we have now with Portis by Shapeshift. Eventually will also be the Shapeshift SDK. So anyone that could log into Shapeshift's platform will also be able to have that same login across everywhere else. So multi-sig is definitely on our radar.
For some of us that don't know what multi-sig is or does, can you give us a quick rundown or what it's used for?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I see one wallet that makes NFT movement seamless across multiple blockchains, one that retains all payment, owner history, possible Portis long term. That's a big question, right? We would have to implement and support multiple networks to make that happen, whether it's Binance Smart Chain, Near, Flow. I'm not even sure if all the developer docs are out there for specific blockchains to implement with. It's certainly easier with EVM compatible chains, but new blockchains like Flow would take a little bit more time to implement.
Cool. Question from the chat that I think I can take. 500 Magnum is asking, what about transferring from MetaMask to Portis? No, there's no gas or anything associated with that. You just integrate your keys and you're good to go.
Yeah, so what you can do, and I could show you, if you were to do if you go to wallet.portis.io and you just create an account with your email, password, confirm password, then you could go to menu, and in here you'd be able to import. You'd be able to import your Ethereum wallet.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
I also like the idea of what Charge Particles is doing, interest-bearing NFTs. I think that's really cool to see what people can build on top of that, and now with multi-format stuff, it can get really, really, really crazy, right?
Yeah, and then you're going to have a ton of like AR experiences for galleries right in front of you to pop open, and sort of walk through these different virtual galleries, which will be fun. But interest-bearing NFTs are definitely a hot topic right now, and you know, I think you could thank the whale community for sort of pioneering the idea of interest-bearing, just from creating your own collection and then tokenizing it in some way, led to the idea of token or interest-bearing NFTs.
Interesting. There's a bunch of people in the chat. I'm going to link again your Twitter and the website and all that good stuff, because it never hurts to check out a project, see if it kind of fits your needs, and just try to give Scott some good feedback like we're doing now. Because as you can see, it's very community forward and implementing new things. So give him your ideas. Trust me, he'll do the 1 and 0 thing and make it happen.
Also, if there's companies that you see that we don't support because they're only using MetaMask, if you're heavy users of those companies and products, one, ping me to put it on my radar, and I'll reach out to them and have conversations to see if they would implement, our SDK, so we could support them with the email and password logon. At the same time, never hurts to ask them to implement Portis as one of their providers. It takes the community to get this done, and my day to day is I'm having conversations with developers all the time, building new products and hearing about other products that are already doing well, and then reaching out to them. And it's really nice to get this community gathering of information. And I've talked with you all the time about that, because every time I'm in a new channel of some NFT company, you're already there. So I've always commended you with your foresight.
Man, it's just, you just have to love it, and it's something that it comes easy to us, right? Once you get into the space, and it's definitely infectious to be around people building great things, even if not being a builder myself, but just like seeing it happen is just freaking amazing.
And wait, someone earlier asked about a tax company. It finally came to my head. The company is called Maltese, Multis. So Maltese is another really good. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah.
What was that spelling again?
It's Multis. So they call it the crypto wallet made for businesses. And it'll definitely help you with, all things taxation on the back end. So Multis was the other company that I couldn't remember prior to.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll link it in the chat. Multis.co. Cool. There it is. All right. I guess that was a good rundown of what you guys do, what you want to do. Is there anything that you want to leave us with that we should definitely look forward to, like soon?
Well, again, we're just trying to figure out what are the needs of the NFT community, right? Because there's so many different segments of it, from music NFTs to visual NFTs. I mean, I guess all NFTs are visual, but there's so many different categories of what an NFT can be. So I look at the whale community, and I say that they have by far been one of the most pioneering communities in the space. And I just like to hear from them, because what their needs are, I'm sure that's eventually going to trickle down to everyone else, and help us, become a better wallet. We can only do so much as individuals, but with everyone combined, and with your knowledge, we could be a better product to be around and help newcomers come into the space. So I appreciate everyone here listening today, and it's cool to be a part of the community, and thank you for your time and listening. And my chats are always open. I feel like I'm fairly easy to reach and communicate with. I'm very easy to chat with, so never feel that you can't reach out.
Sweet. And because of you and people like yourself, that's why this community is growing. It's great because people are building, people are inquisitive, people want to do things and be a part of the movement, basically. So again, encourage everyone to reach out to Scott and get those ideas made. Scott, thank you so much for coming through. I can't wait to have you on again. Let us know anytime there's some even minor update. Let us know what it is, and we'll try to poke around and give you that feedback that you guys need. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate the community. Thanks for your time, and really excited to be here. And yeah, it's going to be a really exciting next couple months.
Awesome. Everyone in the whale community, stay tuned. Today we have Hang Time with Nightmare. He'll be talking about NBA Top Shots. We have, and then I think that's it for today. But then tomorrow we have the project showcase with Proof of Beauty NFTs, which are really, really cool. So it's still a busy week. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. There's something always going on. And yeah, just trying to show you guys great projects, good people like Scott and Portis. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. Peace out.